So I will just wait a little bit. Here we see the request. Approve. Hello, Tarmo. Hello, Tarmo, can you say test? Testing. A little bit. Okay, let's increase the microphones. Okay, then let's get started. Okay, today is again our X-Space. We are doing X-Spaces every week, every 2 weeks, sometimes every week. And today is our 29th X-Space. It's a 29th X-Space. And today's topic is then very relevant for the AI. It's attention AI versus real utility AI. Now, in case the term attention AI is new, which is quite possible, we will elaborate what it means, what the attention AI is, and versus then the real utility AI. So this will be the discussion topic today. This is now actually 29th X-Space what Tarmo and I are doing. So we are speaking, we love to speak, we love to discuss. And yeah, let's get started. But let's start with intros. So just for the new listeners, Tarmo, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Tarmo. First, today we have very cool topic, attention AI. It's all about attention. You will love it, guys. You will really enjoy this talk. To my background, I've been in architecture profession like 25 years. I'm distinguished architect. There are some 200 of them in the world, and I was chief architect of largest Swiss banking platform. I was architecture VP in Credit Suisse Global Architecture for 11 years. And concerning education, PhD by Nobel Prize winner, plus 4 masters, and in addition, chartered financial analyst and chartered alternative investment analyst. Martin, back to you. And I've built over 200 applications. Very important. Yes, back to you, Martin.
Very important. So Tarmo was collecting some titles, but Tarmo is very practical guy, very practical, because sometimes people are saying, oh, you have so many degrees, you must be some theoretician. Fully opposite, fully practical guy. Now, my background, okay, if you see ChainAware here, it's Martin speaking here. My background, okay. I spent as well 10 years at Credit Suisse. I was VP in Credit Suisse Zurich. But initially, I'm coming from the startup industry. Where we did natural language processing, terminology, machine translation. And this was already, I don't know how many years ago, 25 or 30 years ago, we used AI for the machine translation. But that time we used the word fuzzy logic, because the word machine learning and AI, this wasn't like the hot narrative. That's why we call it fuzzy logic, because there's a logic and there's a fuzzy logic. And we were the market leader, yeah, so we have pretty many successful products. And then I got the corporate sector, and we were in Zurich, Tarmo and I. And as you know, Zurich still is, will be. It's a mecca of Bitcoin. And so obviously we got the very early as well in the Web3 sector. So that's my background. And yeah, before. Oh, okay, yes, and we started in January. They're talking about all the AI. That means all our X-Spaces. We talk about AI, about Web3, about intersection, about use cases, which use cases will work, which use cases will not work. And just to emphasize these things, we are building products, not just building products, we have real products, and we are not just someone reading some newspaper and talking something. No, we speak about our experience. And ChainAware is our second product in the Web3. So the first one is Smart Credit. Let me introduce Smart Credit, and then Tarmo, you will introduce ChainAware. So Smart Credit, we launched it before the word DeFi was defined. So DeFi means like decentralized finance, but we called it that time decentralized banking, because it's not about finance, it's about banking. And we are first of a kind, and obviously we have very long experience in a Web3. So Smart Credit is running nicely, stable, generating revenues. And then out of Smart Credit, the ChainAware grew out. Tarmo, would you like to say now some words about ChainAware, and then gets a little bit closer to the hot topic today?
Yes, first about ChainAware. ChainAware grew out of Smart Credit. And we first started Smart Credit with credit scoring algorithms, which were AI-based. It's now over 4 years. And 2 years ago, we decided we have to offer these algorithms to everybody. We have fraud algorithms and credit scoring algorithms, and then we said 2 years ago we make ChainAware and we offer fraud algorithms to everybody, especially if you know what is the hacker's fee and what is the scam rate or fraud rate in crypto. We just want to improve crypto, make it a better place. This was start of ChainAware. Our credit score is 4 years old. Our fraud detection is 2 years live. And we have in addition a lot of other very, very cool products. And emphasis, we don't have white paper, we just have products. We don't write white papers.
We have no time to write white papers. And even if you're looking on our kit book, I say it honestly, it's a little bit outdated. Maybe it's 9 months old, maybe it's 12 months old. People asking, where is your white paper? We're like, I'm sorry, guys, use our product. I can give you the product demo. Why you ask us about the white paper? We have no time to write white paper. We have real products. So, and we
Yes.
speak here today about real experience. Yes, that's what we've been talking all this 29. Today is the 29th X space that you're doing. That's what we've been talking. Yeah, and today's topic, that's then attention AI versus real utility AI. Now, let me say it in advance. If you say it is attention AI, we don't mean now a new narrative. We are trying to describe what is happening in the AI cluster. Now, AI is a mega trend for us. It's unstoppable mega trend. It's clear. But there are certain developments that we see in the sector, and that's what we try to explain with this attention AI. Now, but before we get to the attention AI, Tarmo, and we explain why we choose this topic, and I think it resonates very much with what's happening on the markets as well. Now, before we get to the attention AI, Tarmo, just okay, let's make a little advertisement. Let's say which AI agents live do we have it in a production? Would you like to say?
Yes, we have 3 AI agents live, and not PowerPoint, not white paper, they're live, everybody can use it. We have first AI marketing agent. It does do in-the-app advertisement for you, increases your conversion ratio massively 8 times. We have AI transaction monitoring agent. It's for all compliance guys who have to monitor fraudulent transactions. For example, you have 30,000 customers. You want to see, are they behaving in a good way? What is your regulatory requirement for virtual asset service providers? And then we just monitor and notify. And we have AI credit scoring agent for businesses. These are for B2B. And in addition, for retail, for normal users, we have fraud detection, predictive fraud detection. Before it happens, we will say this address will have fraudulent behavior.
Before it happens, we predict what happens in the future. Then we have a rug pull detector. And it's not rug pull detector documenting like there was a rug pull. No, we predict there will be a rug pull in the future. Now, we predict the future with how do we do it? We have proprietary AI models. We are not using LLMs. We are not using OpenAI, especially LLMs. We have built our own AI models, and we predict based on the blockchain history what the addresses are doing in the future. And yeah, for the retail, we have predictive fraud detector, predictive rug pull detector. Then we have wallet auditing, and wallet auditing is going even one step further. In wallet auditing, we are saying not only like a fraud behavior, we are predicting most of addresses are good, like 90% of addresses are good, but it's always this 10% which are like disturbing our daily life of every Web3 user. Now, what we see as headache, like blood pressure, headache, aspirin, all this usual stuff. Now, but in case of wallet auditing, we went even one step further because it's not just a fraud. Fraud detection, we are looking as well. We say what's the user's experience, what's the user's willingness to take a risk. What are his next steps? Will he borrow? Will he lend? Will he trade? Will he do leverage trading? Meaning, what is his behavior? Of course, we show as well categories, which categories of protocols he has used in the past and so on. So we say things about user, what he did in the past, and what he will do in the future. And of course, this data wallet auditor, this is then very much used in our marketing agent. And in marketing agent, then we analyze the user behavior first. We predict what the user is doing as a next in the future. And we target users then with resonating messages. Now, why? Very simple. This creates a huge engagement of the users to the platforms. This creates much higher attachment. And if you get attachment, if you get engagement of users, then these users will become your users. Because you see, Web3 marketing today, everyone speaks of community marketing. No, it's good. But it's so 90s. It's old a little bit. It's a little bit old. We need users on Web3 projects. We need real users, revenue generating users. And yeah, that's the wallet auditing, which is then interacting with the marketing agent. Very, very intense. And then we have as well, of course, a lot of bots. We have Telegram mini app. We announced it this week. We launched it actually. We forgot to announce it before. We have Telegram bots. We have Discord bots. So we have a lot of stuff for regular users, for individual users. And this is mainly free to use. So before you transact, use a fraud detector, drug pull detector, use wallet auditor if you are dealing with some other addresses. If you're dealing with the calls who claim that they have a lot of experience, check the addresses and look, do they really have experience? And maybe they have, maybe not. Free to use. Use it and check it. And you can, of course, share all the results on Twitter so that everyone can see what you have found. Okay,
Martin, and we forgot our free pixel. We have a free pixel.
We have a free pixel. Yeah, we have a dashboard analytics, and we are offering this free for Web3 projects. Now, what does it mean? You integrate, Pixel. Pixel is like a Google Analytics. Now, Google Analytics calls it like a GA something, Google Analytics 4, or I think it was before, Google Analytics 3. Now, and then you see like where your users are coming from. You know, some part is from United States, other part is from Germany, some part are from New Carolina, and so on. Now, but this is geographical distribution. Now, free dashboard, free pixel. We're calling it like a pixel. So, like from the beginning of the internet age, we call it a pixel. So, it calculates, it analyzes the websites, the users on the websites, and it creates a free analytics so that you see what is a user cohort, what are for example, you are a trading platform, but many trading platforms, for example, one of our clients is surprised that there are trading platforms, but the users are NFT users, like intention NFT. So you see the users' intentions. You see what is your cohort, because every project, every website, every Web3 project is thinking these are my users. Yes, they're thinking, but all free analytics is ensuring who your users actually are. What are they actually looking for? What are the next actions? And yes, this we offer as well for free for the Web3 businesses. So that Web3 businesses have a better chance, to get more users. Because if you don't know who your users at the moment are, how do you want to target them? And and this is free pixel, free dashboard analytics. So actually, we have a bunch of products, and we are building even more and more. Okay. And why we emphasize these products? Because we know AI, we know what is happening. And now let's jump maybe to the next topic, the attention. To the attention AI. Now, what we all have noticed now that the AI markets, if you're looking on the CoinGecko, if you're looking on the coin market cap, CoinGecko, some people, if you're listening to our earlier X spaces, the CoinGecko AI list, this is our special attention. Always looking on this AI list. I think we were listed on this CoinGecko AI list, and when there was only 20 projects on CoinGecko AI list, I think now there are 447. I think last time when I checked it. Okay, and to see that all these AI projects, their market cap went up. Now, Tarmo and I were CFAs. This is not a financial advice that we are doing. We're just analyzing. But you see, the market cap went up, and then it crashed. It crashed massively. Now, and then you're thinking like, hey, how is it possible? Because AI is a mega trend. How is it possible this AI project's market cap shooted up so much and then crashed? Okay, a lot. What happened? And then we saw actually one one document or one VC. It's called Ignite Capital. And we love this document because this document, this paper, this article, it said exactly the same thing what we are thinking. Because let's face it, and today is a reality check, let's face it, a lot of AI projects, they're focusing on attention. And it's not in the sense of attention as an AI now. It's attention of retail investors. And that's why we're calling attention AI. So, Tarmo, would you like to say your view on the attention AI?
Yes. We are living in age of attention, and this age of attention arrived also in crypto AI. And first, we created crypto attention AI, and its business model is very simple. You explain something to investors they don't understand, and then they have your attention, and you give them every day, every week more attention, and then they like your attention emotions. They get from it very strong emotions. You explain to them very cool stuff, sci-fi, technologically unfeasible things, dreams, and they like it, and they get very good emotions, and they invest it, and they have attention. And this is attention AI. All the idea is to give cool, positive emotions to investors, not products, emotions. Investors likes emotions. They get positive emotions. They like these projects which give them positive emotions, and they invest into this emotion, attention
Without the real
projects.
utility.
And
Yes.
unfortunately, these are called AI. And then Martin likes this CoinGecko list. I remember when it was 120 companies, we analyzed it, we found 20 who had products from this 100, and some were even AI related. And this started already like 2 years ago, or when this list was created. First in this list,
3 years or so long ago. We were there when this list went. There were 20 projects, and now 447 listing projects. Yes.
and it's all attention, positive emotion creation for investors.
Without the content, without the real utility, without having real products, which are AI relevant, which are offering real utility. And that's how X-based our title today, Attention AI, meaning creating attention versus real utility. And if some of you are investors, if some of you are feeling like, ouch, like what are these guys talking now? It's a free speech. We are speaking our opinion. We are describing what is happening in the economy, what is happening in the AI sector, because AI is a mega trend. But this mega trend, we have now probably we are getting the switch from attention AI to the real utility AI. And maybe just jumping ahead, because that's what we saw now on the CoinGecko, what we saw on the coin market cap. This AI bubble went up, and then it okay, it's a correction, of course, but it's a correction, and this correction means it's an attention AI correction. It's a correction of these projects who were creating all these whatever narratives. We will look on these narratives later. Later with Tarmo, we were getting the they created narratives. They were selling narratives to the people, not real utility. But Tarmo and I, we are so much for the AI. We are believers of AI. We used AI long time. Predictive models, predictive AI. So we say AI is a mega trend. And what we are seeing now is this certain correction. The correction where all these attention AI projects, like this Ignite Capital, very nicely called them, they're disappearing. Because investors start to understand it's not about creating attention, it's about real utility.
It's about creating value for users, and not. And what is very interesting is there are many investors escaped all this meme account mania, or how we call it, meme coin bubble, and they went over and they thought, oh, attention not that interesting thought. AI,
project.
AI is next big thing, and they will make 10x and 100x and more x's. And unfortunately, they probably, when they would have been in meme coins, they would have a better return. And they went into AI, and there they were faced with attention AI, with somebody where companies consciously design and
Created some
engineer.
fake narratives without fake stories, with some fairy tale science fiction, and
Yes,
people believed it.
yes, and people believe it. We come to this list later. We use DeepSeek to generate summary of all these attention AI narratives, and we go through this list later. But this is the investors escaped meme coins, but they landed somewhere what was even worse, Martin. Because
That
if
was
you
it.
have meme coins, everybody knows there is no utility, and investors thought in so-called CoinGecko AI or crypto compare AI there is utility. No, there was no utility, and this is where we saw now this correction in the market. So,
This is because investors understood. Because you can fool investors only so long. And this narrative creation, all these nice stories about AI and yada, yada, yada. It's just a question of time till investors understand. It's all about real utility. It's not about creating yet another narrative, yet another type of AI. We look on these things, we were laughing today with Tarmo when we were speaking about this X-Space. It's about real utility. It's about creating real utility with AI. That's the point. And this will be the new wave of the AI. This attention AI of all these wannabe stories. Okay, if you ask me what the wannabe stories, let me give you an example. Okay, the first example, of course, is no product at all. I mean, there are AI projects which even don't have a website, but they have Twitter, Telegram. That's an easy case. But now let's take the next one. AI marketplaces. Okay, guys. How many projects are there which are creating real AIs? Real AI, like a predictive AI, which are creating, not LLM. LLM is once a little bit AI. Now, why LLM is a little bit AI? Because LLM means you are using someone else's models. Anyone can use someone else's models. Anyone can copy you because LLM means you're creating a prompt and this prompt will do something. It will answer a question. It will generate a smart contract. It will generate a news article. It will generate something. Now, LLM doesn't give you any competitive advantage. So it's just a prompt engineering with a little web user interface on top. But the marketplaces, they will be between AI projects, and there's so many of them.
plus
And then we
100,
ask them,
over 100
there are
marketplaces, Martin.
100 marketplaces, and there are 20 companies which are producing real AI, like real AI models. Okay, well, maybe the ratio is wrong. If there are 100 companies producing real AI, there should be 20 marketplaces, but just vice versa. Where are these marketplaces? Which companies are putting their products there? So, okay, that's one of the stories. The other story, AI infrastructure. Yeah, the famous thing, deep in. I know there are so many deep in investors. I know. I know. But come on, guys, who are the clients? Where are the clients of the AI infrastructure? And can they even anyone? I know deep in, guys. Sorry.
Yes, they
It's
are
a
in a
base
different
deep.
dimension. It's a different
It's a
dimension.
infrastructure. You can never compete with NVIDIA. You can never compete with Google infrastructure. You can never compete with AWS infrastructure. If someone tells you that they can do it, well, okay, get an experience, get the next experience.
Martin, I have seen tens of startups who have tried to compete with AWS infrastructure. They get to the same results all, and you can't
Okay,
compete.
so and that's what you mean with the attention AI. So you and we will look on a pretty extensive list of these samples. So we always speak. There has to be real utility, real value added to the end user, real utility. And that's why we call the X-Space title today Attention AI, meaning just narrative creation AI versus real utility AI, creating real utility for the end users being regular users or end users being businesses, creating real utility. And again, AI is a mega trend, and we just had to get through this attention AI phase to the real utility AI. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, Tarmo. Okay, if you're speaking of the utility AI, like how do you characterize the utility AI? So, what does
Very
it mean?
simple. It is tangible. Very good characteristic to recognize is they have running product on a running website. They have even a running website and they have running product on the website. And they usually have proprietary model which is tested and has a certain accuracy, but they can use also LLMs. However, when you use LLMs, there is no barrier to entry. Everybody can copy it and say, I have better one.
Okay, just on the LLM, let me add it like just for the listeners. Now, LLMs are, for example, used to generate the bots. You know, you generate the source code of a bot, and then you deploy the bot, and you have a bot. Anyone can give this task to the OpenAI or the Gemini or the other AI engines. Generate me a bot for this environment doing this and this. And you train it with some URL articles. So, or the LLM which is generating a little videos or illustrations or piece of music or so, or smart contracts. So, you see, everything when we are dealing with the generation. So, if you're dealing with generation, on the end, it's what we called 2 years ago, it was prompt engineering. I'm creating a prompt which is generating the wished output. Okay, if I don't like it, I create a new prompt, I test and test and test till I get the output which I want. There is no competitive advantage. It's just doing. Now, and that's why we are putting many projects which are just using LLMs. Okay, there's a lot of them. A lot of them are just, we call them wrappers around the LLMs. It's just a wrapper, it's a website around the prompt engineering. A website which is using LLM prompt to generate a Telegram bot. Website which is using LLM prompt to generate a Twitter bot. Website which is using LLM prompt to generate NFTs or smart contracts. It's just an LLM prompt. Anyone can do it. Anyone. There's no competitive advantage. Now, to get competitive advantage from the AI, you need something proprietary. You need your own models, and your own models. Okay, ChainAware has a lot of model, little ad section here. Okay, back to own models. You're creating competitive advantage. You're creating value with this. Otherwise, if you're just using LLMs, you're creating value for someone else. To the guys who created these LLMs. But Tarmo, sorry, I'm jumping in like a utility AI, like yeah. How do you characterize it?
Yes, it has a value for users who use it. And we are not talking about investors. No, we are talking about users who use it. They get a benefit from it. And this is utility AI. You use it.
There's a real value for the end user. There's a real value for the uh, regular users. There's real value for the businesses. And now if someone is telling me that the LLMs create a real value too, I'm like, yeah, okay, they create a real value, but there's no competitive advantage. Now, if you don't have competitive advantage, then if you're an investor into a project which doesn't have competitive advantage, then well, think twice, think 3 times, invest in the projects where are competitive advantages. Now, because otherwise, if you don't if you go into MBA, spend 2 years on the MBA, just listen what we are telling. Every project needs a competitive advantage. If you don't have it, it's just copy paste. It's just copy paste. Someone else will do it. Even with a big marketing power, they will do it maybe faster, maybe bigger. Instead of green color in the red color, they will do it. There's no protection. So if you are as an investor, because we're speaking of the attention AI, where all these narrative games versus real utility AI. Real utility means adding value, adding real value to the users. Plus, it means as well that you have competition, your competitive advantage. Now, and if you're an investor and you're coming there, and there is no competitive advantage because someone is using LLMs to generate some bots with some 3 lines of prompt and doing a website around of this, well, there is no competitive advantage for this. Really, there is not. And Yeah, that's the real utility AI. So
Martin,
using AI.
let's
Yeah, Tarmo,
let's
great.
jump over to
I
this
started to repeat myself. Yes.
fantasies
Ah,
of attention AI, and let me start, Martin. And
please,
we
I will enjoy.
and we generated this list using DeepSeek, and we asked DeepSeek just to summarize blockchain AI project ideas based on all news and articles, and it made us more research, and we've got a lot of cool stuff what we got out of web. And the first is, of course, decentralized AI marketplaces. And we have currently over 100 marketplaces and around 20 utility AI blockchain startups. And the ratio, Martin told it, there is something probably wrong with the ratio. And let's see if investors also see that where they will invest and into more marketplaces or more utility AI.
And
And please,
guys, this decentralized AI marketplaces, what AI marketplace, what did they offer? They offer data sets like I don't know decentral data set. There is nothing like a decentral data set. Data set, the definition is central. It's a set of data. Okay, computational resources, AI models, and so again a narrative, a way to create attention of investors who are looking on this. They think there is some real utility behind. No, there is not.
so,
Sorry, guys. Next one, Tarmo.
yeah, and the next one is even better. It is AI-driven smart contracts, and it's that we use AI to make smart contracts dynamic and adaptive. Your smart contracts become adaptive, and what we here have is total technological science fiction, because
Science fiction, please, guys. Science fiction.
integration of smart contracts is even not solved in normal API world. If smart contracts wants to invoke an API, or an API invokes a smart contract, there is still so much troubles in these integrations, and especially if a smart contract invokes an API, there are companies who have built huge narratives about it just to do this integration, and it is technological science fiction. Go into technology, and you will find out that they sell you just a nice story. So and
Okay, and one subsection is here that AI is used to generate smart contracts, but then you say again, it's a prompt engineering. You create a 3-line prompt, and okay, guys, where is competitive advantage?
yes, and if you use now AI to generate smart contracts, there are two issues. The first issue is, if you take LLMs, there is no proof about what it generates. And the second issue is, the longer the generated artifact gets, the more errors you will have. So maybe you can generate 5-line smart contracts without errors. But even now, the best systems, you go over to already 100-line of smart contract code, you have so many errors, they will not pass security audits.
And let's say this hint, entropy is always growing. Entropy is not declining. So the more you generate, the more there will be some issues. Entropy is always growing. Yeah.
Nothing to do against entropy. And then we have data privacy, that we use blockchain to secure AI training data. This is the next nonsense. You don't need blockchain to secure training data. To secure training data, you put them into a secure file system. I don't understand how you use AI to secure training data. You encrypt them, okay, you don't need AI. And again, it's kind of narrative for investors to fool them. Oh, look what we are doing. We are doing now data privacy with AI for blockchain. Nobody understands what it means. It is just a bullshit bingo. Let's call it this way.
Okay, now we're starting to speak with the right words. Yeah, it's a BS bingo.
BS bingo. And now is my favorite, Martin. AI optimized
Tell it.
blockchain networks. AI starts optimizing blockchain networks. We have a consensus
Wow.
protocols,
Wow.
and now AI starts deciding, oh, I take this miner or I take this miner. And these are algorithms which don't have exact accuracy, and AI will solve scalability and AI will solve efficiency. It's again for people who don't understand technology and who just like these PS words in combinations. So you see where we go. We start combining all these PS words, and these PS words create the narratives. Nobody understands what it is about. They talk about AI optimized blockchain networks. There is probably nobody who knows what it is, but investors think it, oh, cool stuff. I get positive emotions. Very good. I've got
I learned
serotonin
something
level
new
up.
today.
My biochemistry says me now I want to buy a very cool. I had some synapses making in my head
Some
connections.
endorphins, and I'm feeling good. And I need now AI optimized blockchain network because that's the future.
Yes, this is the next big thing, and this is how these PS narratives get bigger, and then maybe
But let's use more the word attention AI instead
oh
of PS narrative.
yeah,
Yes.
sorry,
Let's use politically correct word, although we are free speech,
attention.
but yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
then let's go over to tokenized AI assets. It sounds so cool. Tokenized AI assets.
Tokenizing assets, tokenizing real estate, tokenizing real world assets. Beautiful. Now tokenizing AI assets. What is this?
Yes, what is this? So you tokenize AI intellectual property. So it's already, you feel how your attention is gathered to these terms. Tokenized AI intellectual property, tokenized AI.
Tokenized AI models. Why? Because if you're AI models producer, you let others to subscribe to your AI models. They're using it. They pay you for the usage. You don't need to tokenize your AI model. Anyhow, you cannot distribute your AI model decentralized. It's running together. It's one computer algorithm. It's a neural network which is running when it's evaluating, like in our case, blockchain data. What do you want to tokenize there? So, uh, well,
If you want to make it ineffective, you can tokenize it and parallelize it and send to all computational nodes what you have over TP-in. If your objective is to make it inefficient, yeah. Yes,
tokenized data sets, Tarmo.
tokenize data.
What's the point of tokenized data sets in AI? Sorry, guys. We have real AI products using predictive AI technologies. They're real. They're working. They have clients. They produce value. And now we are looking on this list where we use a deep seek to generate this list, and we're just going one category by the one category and trying to understand, is there any value in these categories?
And then we have decentralized autonomous organizations with AI. So AI is used for DAOs, decision making, governance, and operational efficiency. Let me think here. What is happening here? You take something that is not working and you add AI and you think that it will work. No, it will not work. It is not.
Like you said, you take something that is not working, you put AI on top of this, and now you cross their fingers and say, now it's working. Yes, now it's working. No, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm not fan of Bill Gates, but Bill Gates tells about IT is you take a process that is inefficient, you automate it, and you of course you get inefficient results. So it's the same here. You take something that is not working, you add new technology. Oh, surprise! You get the same results as before. So but it's this attention what you get with this combination of words, decentralized autonomous organization with AI. It sounds so good. I'm cool. Serotonin levels in brain biochemistry go already up if somebody hears it.
Plus, it's combined with this 10x and 100x. And
Yes.
then people are listening to this. decentral autonomous organization with AI. And even the guys who are speaking about this, the guys who are behind this provider, they know what it is. They know there is no real value. They know what they are doing. They are just creating a narrative to get the retail, to get the VCs, to get the people to believe in the decentral autonomous organizations with AI. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. Sorry.
Then I jump over this identity verification over to supply chain transparency with AI and blockchain. Now, as you all know, supply chain is totally intransparent. We don't know what comes in, you don't know what you order, you don't know where it comes from, and now AI and blockchain will solve it. Let me think. You take a process.
Let me add, supply chain, legally speaking, is always a wet signature based, because it's the law. It's not digital. It has to go via the wet signature. So we don't have even 100% automation, Dharma. Over to you.
We don't have automation. What I wanted to say is we have processes which are opaque. Nobody knows what are these processes. And then we think, it was some years ago, it was supply chain transparency with blockchain. So there were tens of startups about it. Now we have supply chain transparency with blockchain and AI. It's the next attention gathering term. It sounds good. It is just, again, this attention to change brain biochemistry and create emotions. There is no usage of it. If you have non-running business process, technology don't help you. You have to solve your supply chain. Others.
On the business process level, to get it 100% 100% digitalized first, and then you can move on to the next technologies. But if it's not, and because of legal, regulatory, and laws, okay, there's nothing like international law because of the trading agreements. So it's always wet signature. It's not 100% automated. There's always signature between. Documents are moving. So.
Okay, Martin, we take only 3 more, otherwise we run out of time. And then decentralized AI training in blockchain. Wow. So we built now these huge compute centers to have option to train AI, and now we want to make it decentralized. So it's kind of cognitive dissonance. All industries now building computing centers where we have as possible as small as possible distance between compute nodes, so that compute node is used the same as memory. Memory and compute node merge. It's a new processor architecture. And now we want to separate it, build up distances, separate compute nodes, separate memory nodes, separate data nodes, and we think that it has a value. No, it don't have value. Sorry, guys. Yeah. But it sounds very good. It's again this attention gathering effect that it sounds so good, decentralized AI training.
It's combining this word decentralized AI and so combining and creating some words even where the creators of these websites are not understanding what they are doing. Yes, and then just ask, what is the real utility here? What is the real value? To whom you are bringing? Give me the concrete use case where you provide value. Show it to me.
Yes, and then Martin, energy efficiency in blockchain with AI. Wow. Use AI to optimize energy consumption in blockchain networks. Wow.
Oh, I see some more from this DeepSeek list. There is this AI for the cross-chain interoperability. Well, I'm hit. I have no words.
You're hit. And AI and blockchain for healthcare. Healthcare has highly proprietary data which have regulation that their security level is higher than banking security level. It's a military security level, but it's for healthcare data. And now you want to distributes them all over the world. So I'm very curious here, and just it's attention.
Of course, Dharma, there are many applications of AI in the healthcare, but they are not related to the blockchain.
Oh,
There are a lot.
agreed.
But we are not speaking of this. We are speaking now in the all this section behind the Web3 and AI. Of course, if you are taking supply chain just out of the Web3, yes, you can use AI. If you're taking healthcare out of AI, out of Web3, yes, you can use AI. They are here always in a context, AI and Web3, because all these projects are in the same context. All these projects are in the context AI and Web3. So, Tarmo, to you.
Yeah, it's just it generates nice attention when I combine these words. And okay, Martin, maybe it's enough just to show how these words can be combined. So you can go on.
Exactly. And I think what has happened in the industry is that more and more investors understood it, that there is no real utility. But again, AI is a mega trend. It's an unstoppable mega trend. Guys, we are building the technologies. We see what is possible. All clients see what is possible. Like when all clients see the technologies that we can do with AI, their world, their imagination is changing. It's changing it in the moment when you see what is possible. There's no way back. You're just going forward. You know, when you see the possibilities that you can really do. So now let's get to this real
yeah,
utility.
Martin. Yes, now I took DeepSeek list. Now, please, can you explain
Oh,
it?
okay, real utility. Real utility means there's a real value for the end users, for the businesses. Okay, a lot of AI, like as well, we started with fraud detection. Before we did credit scoring, we did the credit scoring algorithms with AI, of course, with the traditional cash flow algorithms, but we added AI components for the fraud detection. Then utility, like a general fraud detection, like a transaction monitors, like predicting fraud based on the history. A typical use case, perfect for the blockchain. Then next very concrete utility AI. It's AI powered decentralized finance. Okay, it's like combining. Let's take investment funds. Let's add AI to the investment funds. It's a perfect. Let's say trading engines. Let's add AI to the trading engines. So perfect combination. We are using now the price data and we are combining this with an AI. Perfect. So merging AI with a DeFi. Perfect use case, which has a real utility for the users, regular users, for the businesses. Then regulatory compliance, AI for the regulatory compliance. Okay, just that you know, every virtual asset service provider, they are mandated to do the AML, out anti-money laundering, meaning bad flow of bad funds in the system. You have to block it. The transaction monitoring is identifying the fraudulent patterns and stopping them before they're executed. Now, if you're in a Web3, we cannot stop transactions. Transactions are going through their definition, but we can identify which addresses will in the future create the fraudulent transactions based on the past behavior. Perfect task for the AI. And we are doing this in ChainAware with 98% prediction. 98% prediction rate based on the blockchain history. Regulatory requirement. Okay, Mika, virtual asset service provider. Then predictive models, prediction markets, perfect for the AI, perfect. Now AI for the blockchain analytics. Now, okay, ChainAware, creating awareness on the chain is a lot on this thing. Blockchain analytics, predicting. Okay, one thing is analyzing, the other thing is predicting, and we are predicting user behavior. What the users are doing is what are the users' next actions? Why is this high value? Because it allows you to target the users. It's a marketing system, or marketing agent. Now, of course, now in China, where we have several of these systems, but we have this real utility AI. We refer to a marketing agent. What is marketing agent doing? It's predicting user behavior, and it allocates to every user the ads which are matching with him. Now, or the messages, ads, banners. Everyone, there are a lot of words how it can be called. So but creating resonance with user, creating attachment with user, which means we help Web3 projects to get more users, to attach the users, get the users away from this AI attention economy to the real projects who are caring about the users, not about the investors' attention. So then we have in ChainAware transaction monitoring. What is transaction monitoring? It's a MiCA requirement. It's a virtual asset service provider requirement. You have your set of addresses who are your clients. You have the new clients who are incoming every day via your website. So it's transaction monitoring. It's predicting which addresses will be bad. And if they will be bad, probably you want to exclude them or shadow ban from your systems because probably you don't want to deal with the bad addresses. That's a recommendation. But it's just a small part of addresses. So credit scoring, predicting the credit score. Okay, at the moment use little in the Web3, but probably use more because it shows all your financial ability. Okay, then not from us, but accounting agent. All the jobs, like all the accounting job, that is done automatically. Tax agents, customer service agents. So there is so much real utility which can be added. There is so much real utility that AI can create now for the Web3 businesses and for the Web3 individual users. And that's what we're calling utility AI. Now we started with these words attention AI versus utility AI. Attention AI, we refer to these projects which are just creating attention. Now, very often without a serious thought to create any any big projects, or maybe projects just by using LLMs, which is then too easy to copy. This is all attention AI. And that is the real utility AI, where we are creating real utility to the users. Real utility, real value utility, so value, that we create a real value to the Web3 projects. We are creating real value to the Web3 users. And we are saying again and again, AI is a mega. It's this big AI bubble going up and then correction. It's a correction, not of the real AI. It's not a correction of real AI. It's a correction of attention AI of these projects. They got corrected. The real AI, and that is Tarmo's and my view, this is the way. This is the next way. Real utility of an AI. Not anymore just a story about decentral training, governance, data sets, whatever. No, it's about real utility for the concrete clients. And that's the next wave of the AI. Yeah, Tarmo, your comments.
Yes, this is where AI will show its benefit in blockchain and merge blockchain with AI.
And why? Because blockchain data is so perfect. Okay, we have blockchain data, we have pricing data. Now, pricing data has been analyzed with AI for ages. Before Credit Suisse, I worked for the biggest independent hedge fund, so they have done it for the ages. Okay, but now analyzing blockchain data with the AI, that's new. That's new, and that's where we're getting value added. Value added for the real businesses, real utility. And the narrative is the old narrative. We say the narrative, which is now the past. What we see on the market, that's the past, the so-called attention AI. Just a buzzword AI, which will be replaced with the utility AI.
Yes, and now market is purifying itself, getting rid this kind of attention AI and transforms over to utility AI. And this is the new narrative. Old narrative was attention AI, get serotonin for your brain biochemistry to feel good, or dopamine. The new one is utility AI, where you create a real benefit. Utility AI is the new narrative of blockchain AI. It's serving customers. It's not anymore bringing some science fiction fantasies about how to combine different buzzwords to get attention. No, it is about delivering running software to customers, which brings value to customers. And as Martin said, what we have in blockchain especially is all these blocks are free. it's all the gold what is in these blocks. It has enormous market value when you analyze all this data. Analyze this data, get the value out of this data, and provide it to customers. And this is utility AI. We use the public data to create a new value.
We use public data to create a new value for the Web3 businesses, for the
And
individual users.
Martin, we have only 5 minutes left, and I just want to say some recommendations for investors. It is not investment advice, and
It's educational, just pure
it's
education.
education. I'm distinguished architect, one of some 100 in the world. It's not very much of us, and if you invest into technology, you have to understand technology. Otherwise, you will be scammed. And attention AI is an example. It promises you everything. It is just a bubble. And now, question for you is how you recognize it that is a bubble. And first, always check: do they have running website? It's the first question.
Running product.
Second,
Yeah.
second, first website, Martin. Second, do they have running MVP? Do they have running minimum viable product? Third, is there value from their products? And then you have some security. Martin, please.
And is the competitive advantage in a product, not that the product is just a wrapper around the LLM, which is then 3 lines of prompt?
Yes. Let's try to repeat it. First, is there a website? Second, is there an MVP? Third, does it provide a value? And fourth, is there a competitive advantage, or can it be copied next minute by somebody else? And have a look on these 4 questions, and don't let you be led by some hot tweets about calls. Do it yourself. Take these four questions. Is there website? Is there MVP? Is there utility? Is there competitive advantage? And focus on those. And Martin, for end, maybe we should say some words about also social psychology, or yeah.
Yes, let's say it, because of course we understand the investors. We have been very long in the sector. We've been very, very long in the sector. We're there before the Web3 started, long before Web3 started. And of course we understand the investors very much. Now, investors, they're looking for the hot thing. They are looking for the 10x. They are looking for the 100x. And but if people are in this mode that they're looking for this hot thing, they will get bombarded with all this attention AI. But it's not just attention AI. There was attention NFTs. There were attention other topics. But we are here in the AI and the Web3. They get bombarded with these things. And if people don't have so much experience, if they have not been so long in the sectors, and we are seeing this again, a new attention narrative emerging. And then it's always this question: what's the real utility? What is attention narrative? But there is a social psychology behind. And guys who are listening this, listen, reflect on this, tell this to your friends. Like if you're looking for this 10x and 100x's and so on, it's a social psychology. And the issue is the other side, it knows it. It knows it. It knows that you think in this way. And this makes for this attention AI projects very easy, or relatively easy, to create these attention AI projects, yet another decentralized AI model, data token set, whatever X combination of the new words. But there is a social psychology behind. And that's what you need to understand. And what helps you is this what Tarmo just said before. Look on the real utility, look on the competitive advantage, look that there is an MVP. Like, okay, they're always saying do your own research, do the due diligence. Yes, you have to do it. You have to look at this. But very often people are just trusting. They are trusting the others instead of just this good old word, do your own research. Because what we say, what Tarmo and I say is, now, we are doing AI stuff. We're doing the marketing agents. We're doing transaction agents. We see this transformation. We see the power of the technology. We see how so much will change in very fast. And we see this because we have these real products which are adding real value to the clients. Now, AI is a mega trend. It's a huge mega trend. It's an unstoppable mega trend. And how do you connect you with this mega trend? Look for the real utility. And this is the topic of this today, AI. We know we are always talking about some nice topics, but today we decided we will speak about this topic today. The attention AI versus utility AI, especially because this one we see, we have full respect for them, the Insight, Ignite, we see. They wrote an article about this, and we were like, wow, finally someone is saying it, finally someone is speaking about this, what is happening. And okay, and again, we're speaking of a mega trend. And what will happen in this mega trend? This is a real utility, real value. And of course, AI is not only coming to the Web3, it's coming all in other sectors. But we here in this X spaces, the Twitter spaces, we focus on AI and the Web3 intersection. We are not looking now outside of the Web3. We stay on our cluster. Like, okay, Tarmo, your closing remarks.
Utility AI is the new narrative. So long live the new narrative.
That's it. Okay, guys, we keep our X Talks, X Spaces, Twitter Spaces on 60 minutes now. We're getting on 60 minutes now. We'll put it on the YouTube as well so that you can listen it. We will create a summary with an AI. Okay, with LLMs. Okay, we're using as well LLMs just to create the articles, not to create the products. We put it as well on a blog that you can read a summary. Now, if you like it, please share it. Please discuss with your friends, with your colleagues, with your business partners. Reflect this what we are talking. Because, like say, Tarmo and I, we have been in technology very, very long time. We have launched very, very many products. Technologies, the narratives, the cycles, inside out. Just reflect and think. Okay, guys. So thank you all. Thank you for listening. And till next time. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Bye.
guys. Bye.